Facebook, what's happening? Greetings from rainy Vancouver, from my trailer, where it's just me and my hat, which is very low, and my Green Arrow buddy. That was a gift from a friend of mine, Melissa. What's going on? We have an awesome show tonight that no one is going to watch. And I want to tell you, from me, Goodwill Hunting style, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's the most historically significant North American sporting match of our lifetimes, by definition. One team hasn't won since 1908. One team hasn't won since 1948 or 47. I'm not sure. But my goodness gracious me, I cannot wait for tonight's baseball game. So we'll be there on your DVR when it's done, because, again, 100% of Chicago is going to watch the Cubs game tonight. 98%. And the other 2% are watching the Food Network or something. I don't know. But we will be there on your DVR. Again, worrying about live plus same-day ratings in 2016 is a little like worrying whether or not your favorite new release is going to be rented or not at Blockbuster. Which is to say, it doesn't actually matter at all. As a matter of fact, I'm not sure why they even still report live plus same-day ratings. I mean, I get it. It's a prestige thing if your show does well, if it debuts well. But, I mean, the utter lack of accuracy in 2016 for live plus same-day ratings, whatever. We will have the biggest live plus 7 ratings in the history of the show tonight, and tonight's episode is actually really good. There's some visual things that I like about it. Close cuts, slow-mo, advancement of storyline. Just a good episode. So I hope that you enjoy it. I don't know if there's anything else going on, really. Someone called the Grammar Police flagged one of my tweets because I incorrectly used whose as in H-O-H-W-H-O apostrophe F and apostrophe S and W-H-O-S-E. So now, from now on, I'm going to purposefully, whenever possible, put a grammatical error into my tweets. Just know what's happening, because now that I've publicly announced it, if you point it out to me on Twitter, I get to block you. Does that make sense? Does that seem fair? I feel like it's fair, but I'm not totally sure. Block people. Actually don't even read mentions anymore. Well, there's something that you can do on your mentions now on Twitter where you can just see the mentions of verified accounts or people that you follow or people that follow you. No, people that you follow. I kind of feel like that's the way to do it, because for every nice person that there is on Twitter, and there are more nice people than not, there's definitely a guy that tells you that he hopes your entire family gets cancer. That actually happens on a relatively regular basis. So, you know, I am having a great day, Edward. Thank you very much. We just walked in. We're actually picking up a scene from episode 509. And we walked in. It's a true story. So this is 509. We're actually finished 510. We're going on to 511, which starts today, being directed by my good friend and our longtime first AD, was our second AD on the pilot, Mark Bunting. He's directing a very, very good episode, and I'm very excited for him. I don't start in it till tomorrow. What's happening? All right. But yeah, we're picking up a scene from 509, which is our Christmas episode. And I walked in to the set, and we're putting the scene on its feet. And I looked around, and I'm like, oh, God, wait a minute. Where's the Christmas decorations? So the point is that I'm going to have a little downtime before we shoot today. So I thought I'd come on Facebook. I'm, again, so excited for tonight, and not for the show that I worked so hard on to be on the air, but for Game 7. If you're a sports fan at all, oh my God. Hey dude, my name is Justin, writes a guy named Justin. Oh, Christine Bell wants to know how I felt about the Flash changing the timeline again and it impacting Arrow. Spoiler alert. seriously, spoiler alert, it's coming. Baby Sarah is now Baby John. I like it. I think it's cool. I think that it's a very Arrow-y way for us to change things. And again, we're trying to do things in an Arrow-y way this year. You know what I mean? A lot of conversations about that recently after the 100th episode happened. We have some exciting news about the show. We've just cast 2 new, very interesting female characters. You can read about that online. And I'm excited to work with both of them. I think that they could both bring interesting elements to the show. I'm going to speak with a bunch of, they call them bloggers, but I mean, they're journalists, actually. I don't know why they call them bloggers. Like, somebody like Craig Byrne, who writes for Green Arrow TV, is still referred to as a blogger. GreenArrowTV.com is not a blog. It's a site with news about the show. In fact, it's a network of sites. So anyway, I'm speaking with them today. Let's think of an interesting question that if one of them sees this live video, they can ask me, which means that if they were paying attention today, they will get a chance to get a cool answer from me. So I'll take that from you guys. Well, Marcus just says, "How are you?" That doesn't count. That's not something that they can ask me about the show. It has to be about the show. What's around your neck? Well, once again, you know, if you're missing this, this is a special Arrow doll made by my friend Melissa, and I have a variety of Arrow paraphernalia in my trailer. As an example, I have this guy right here, who randomly seems to have a $10 bill stuck to his chin. That's not a spoiler for anything. That was probably just a $10 bill that was hanging around that, yeah. A lot of people asking when the Arrow Supernatural crossover is happening. That's a reasonable question. And the short answer is never, unless they let me be a waiter on their show. Like, if Sam and Dean are stopping on the road for a bite to eat, and I get to walk in and serve them both eggs, that I would do, for sure. Like, in a second. David Wilkham says, any chance of seeing Sportsmaster? I don't know, because I don't know who that is. But I mean, that's a reasonable question. I am actually going to go, because I do have to get ready. Get that nice close personal look at this guy right here. Zontrika Wyatt says, so what's going on with Felicity? Is that completely over now? Not that I know of. We still work together. You know, it was actually did have a shipping name before it was actually a relationship. Knocking Point on Arrow. Jason Martin Magis says, knocking point on Arrow. That might be flying a little bit too close to the sun, because we could definitely do it. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know. Some things are better left undone. Someone just asked me what my favorite kind of beans are. What? I don't know, actually. I really like beans. All right, Facebook, I gotta go. And I don't totally know how to turn this off. So, my apologies if this ends abruptly. But, brand new episode of Arrow tonight. Enjoy it on your DVR or iTunes or however you do it. Try not to do it illegally, unless you do, in which case, make sure it's an HD quality stream. But, I gotta say, I have no rooting interest tonight. My buddy Jeff is a Cubs fan. My buddy Chad is an Indians fan. I worry more about Jeff if the Cubs lose. So, I mean, if forced to pick, in the interest of his health, I would likely pick the Cubs. But I really feel like if LeBron throws out the first pitch, he's possibly the only one that can turn around Northeast Ohio's karma. Sporting karma, by the way. Don't take that as a commentary on Ohio. I love Ohio. I grew up in Ontario. I've been to a Browns game. Thank you, Facebook. I will talk to everyone soon. And this is the point where I realize that I don't know how to